Hello friends, my name's Emile and welcome back to another episode of the Hot Lap Classic. This time taking a look at the 1998 Citroën Saxo 1.6i VTS, or as the game likes to call it when you do the rally modification, which is really cool, the Citroën Saxo F2 kit car. Yeah, a really awesome car. I love the Citroën Saxo. It's one of my favourite hot hatches of all time, and I really want to drive a Saxo. I don't know why. Anyways, it is front engine, front drive, of course, as you expect. 264 horsepower, 834 kilograms, so very, very light car. And the torque is not particularly amazing, but it still isn't too bad for this class of car. Anyways, as usual for this series, it is going to have 6 laps around the Motorsports Land track to try and set the quickest time it can possible. The current leader is a 1998 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 5 RS that set a time of a 29.490. I don't think the Citroën Saxo is going to reach those heights. However, I think a much more attainable goal for it may very well be the Honda Civic VTI that we had around a couple of episodes ago, and that achieved a time of a 31.240, I think it was. Anyways, the Saxo is down on power compared to the Civic. However, it is slightly lighter, and honestly, it feels handling-wise a hell of a lot better. Doesn't feel as quick though. Really does not feel as quick as that Civic. I think the Civic was up on it by about 30 horsepower, and you can really feel it. However, the Saxo does feel remarkably good to drive. I wasn't expecting the Saxo to feel quite this good, but yeah, my god, it really does feel like a well-sorted bit of kit. Could do with some slightly shorter gear ratios, could do with more power. It is naturally aspirated, and there is no option for a turbo on this vehicle, so it is basically stuck where it is sort of power-wise. But let's do a quick run up to the line. What time is it going to get on its first flying lap? A 32.859. Pretty respectable time. In all honesty, for the mighty Saxo, although admittedly that was a cock-up of a couple of corners there. But hopefully we'll be able to bounce back from that and go on to do well here, but we shall see. Anyways, yeah, it feels like a very nice car to drive. It does, the Saxo. Lovely controllable handling. Not too much speed, you know, you can't get yourself in trouble in this car really. It's a front engine car with a decent amount of grip, a little bit of understeer here and there, but nothing major. It's more sort of about getting the apexes exactly right, which I can't do because I'm physically incapable of driving cars, as you probably know by now. Yeah. It is sort of, it's not like the Nissan or even the Evo, you know, the fastest car that we've had. That was a lot more of a look-based car, you know. You did well if you managed to get lucky, get everything correct, and not die, basically. The Saxo, you know, you got more time to sort of establish yourself, you know. You get more time to sort of think about clipping the apexes just right, you know. Taking corner cuts and so on with this car, you know, in an R390 or something like that. You don't really get much of a choice in the matter, but it can help you out a little bit. In something like this, not really, you know. You'll lose more time being on the grass because it just hasn't got the acceleration to make up for it. 32.668, it's nowhere near the pace of the Civic. However, it still might, you know, close in on stuff like the Mazda. It is quicker than the Mustang and the DB7 and a couple of other cars actually so far. So yeah, not bad. Ooh, might have broke a little bit early for that corner. Could do with some short gear ratios. And then again, I feel I always complain about that. You know, this car would be plenty short around any other track, but around this track, ooh, a 32.066. That seems like a pretty good time, especially for something this tiny. Yeah, okay. Cool. I have no idea where it places on the leaderboard with a time like that, but I would be very, very curious. Apparently the sectors were quite spread out as well. You could probably get that thing into some very, very late 31s, but I don't think you could really pull too much more with the Saxo. But yeah, really curious to see where it is on the leaderboard, so let's go ahead and do that. On to said leaderboard then, and with a 32.066, the Citroën Saxo finds itself in 6th place, wedged kind of interestingly in between a Honda S2000 GT1 and the Mazda 323F Coupe. A pretty good showing from the Citroën Saxo there, although it is still 0.7 seconds off of the mighty Honda Civic. Anyways, friends, and that is it for this episode of the Hot Lap Classic. I do hope you've enjoyed. If you have cars you'd like to request for this series, you can do so down below in the comment section. Alternatively, in the description, you can find a list of all the cars in Gran Turismo 2 and also see what other people have been requesting there. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a farewell.